Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So we have a new PvP map, and a new PvP map means we're going to have a new PvP meta. So today, I'm going to break down this new map, and the map is Alterac Valley, which is, I think in the lore, a battleground between the Horde and the Alliance. And yeah, we'll jump right into it. But just before we do so, guys, please, if you love the content, make sure to like and subscribe down below. And also, I'm going to be streaming all day on November 3rd for the release of the game at 10 a.m. Eastern. So the stream is starting at 10 a.m. Eastern on Friday, November 3rd. You can catch me on YouTube and on Twitch. We have a lot of stuff planned. We're going to watch BlizzCon together. We're going to create a new account. We're going to push the PvP ladder. So guys, yeah, catch me on those two platforms. And without further ado, let's jump into it. So this is another 3-lane map. All right, we have the left lane, we have the middle lane, and we have the right lane. Okay, so all maps that I've seen in the game have been 3-lane maps. So I don't know if like that's a standard. They're always gonna make 3 lanes, but I think it's a pretty good way to balance the game right now. But perhaps they're going to do a 2-lane map or maybe a 4-lane map or something like that. We'll have to see. So yeah, we have 3 main lanes. We have the middle lane, which is the lane that has 2 chests. Okay, so we have some very good point of interest right now in this map. So 2 chests in the middle, but they are in low ground, and we have a way to take a high ground here, right? So we have the left lane that goes through the middle to go in the right lane. So this is very important because it makes it so really important to control this middle lane with any ranged units. So all of the ranged units in the game are going to become much stronger because of that. Because if we have a let's say a Darkspear Troll that reaches the middle here, he's going to be able to cover both of these chests here. So just Darkspear Troll becomes so much stronger, but all of those ranged units becomes much better. Even the safe pilot. I love playing the safe pilot right now in this map because you can just, if you don't control the middle, you can still play the safe pilot. You can still play the safe pilot in the middle and then instantly control it, right? So not only can you take the chest with the safe pilot, but you can also just control the middle by playing the safe pilot top middle, which is very, very good. So safe pilot is pretty good. The Darkspear Troll is also very good. One thing to note, guys, is this chest here, the first chest here, might seem close, okay, because we have the tower here. So you might think that we could easily take that chest, but unfortunately, if we spawn anything in this tower here, all of these units are going to go up top, right? So instead, what you have to do, you have to spawn a unit in the spawning zone, something like that, in the spawning zone of this turret. So you have to spawn your units here as quickly as possible in order to push that chest. So yeah, when the game starts, guys, if you guys don't have like a Quillbore or a safe pilot or something to push, you need to play here, and it's further back. It's not as close as it seems, but if you get one chest, you usually get the other. This is very interesting. This is very different from the last PvP map. In the last map, you could just like both players would basically get their chest, or like I don't know, you could put a Quillbore, take your opponent's chest, and then you would take your chest as well. But now the fight for the middle is much more important. You have to fight with some ground troop in the middle because you need a ground troop to take those chests. So you need to send a ground troop here, but you can also control by sending a ranged unit here as well. So I mentioned the Darkspear Troll. Yeah, but this is also, again, much more interesting because if you're trying to push here a Darkspear Troll, well, your opponent can't spawn anything on his side here, and he's going to interfere with your Darkspear Troll, kill it, and you're not going to have the middle. Right, so yeah, you can see if your opponent, like if you're on the opposite side, and it's your opponent that's pushing to middle here. Oh, excuse me. All right, pushing here with a Darkspear Troll. I'm using Darkspear Troll, but it can be any other range unit that can be really annoying. Well, then you could spawn a unit here, and immediately spawn a unit here, and you can stop him in his track. All right. Another thing about those ranged units here in this map is that there's a really, not a weird interaction, but an interaction that we need to know is that when your troops are in high ground, they can attack in the low ground, right? So we know that for, let's say, we're on the bridge, right? Let's say we're here. We know it's going to attack the low ground. But if you have a unit that is here and your opponent is walking up the stairs, well, you're going to be able to attack it while it's going up the stairs, and he's not going to be able to do anything. So if your opponent is pushing with a Dark Spiritual here, and you already have something here, you're going to be able to destroy it and then push that turret. All right, so yeah, 3-lane push. The way I like to, if you want to create a big push, the way I like to do it in this map is I create something here on the bottom left side of the map, and I'm going to send my units middle. Okay, so not only will you control the middle lane and possibly the chests, right? But you're going to be able to add some troops afterwards from your other turrets. They're going to be able to further reinforce your push and just have a crazy push towards our opponent base through here. So for me, most of my games I end up winning by creating a push here on the right hand side. I think the left turret can be very good. Once you do have that left turret, it's a big amount of pressure. If you're able to take this, well, then you can control the chest very easily, because your opponent is going to have to spawn a unit, let's say here, right, where the Tyrion is, and you're going to be able to stop him in his tracks. So this is an advantage from that turret, but I think creating a huge push from the right side can be very important, but some decks may have a lot, like Spirit Flame, right? So just like a way to just destroy your whole push. So maybe you need to create a second push or more pressure on the other lane. Well, then you can still take the turret here. Another thing interesting I've noticed in this map is if your opponent is pushing middle, okay? So let's say the Tyrion here is walking here, okay? What you can do, okay, is spawn. If your opponent is playing it in the middle, you're going to be able to spawn. I'm going to just draw the spawning pool or spawning line. I'm not sure how we're supposed to call it. You're able to spawn a unit here, and you're going to force him to aggro you under your tower, which he might have just wanted to push middle, your main base. But here you can engage your opponent here, and you're going to be able to spawn units here and here and dual. Like hit your opponent on the dual front. So this is very, very interesting, or very cool interaction that I noticed in my games. And so to counteract that, what you can do is, if you're the one pushing middle, you should put your units as much as possible to the left. To the right, because once they're gonna push, right, they're gonna be here on the right hand side, and if your opponent spawns something here, your unit is not going to get aggroed. Okay, does that make sense, guys? So your unit is going to be, if you play it on the right as much as possible on the right, the unit is going to be here, and your opponent, if he wants to play something here to force you to engage here, it won't work. That unit will just start walking forward, and that's going to be some wasted gold. So play your troops as much as possible to the right. Obviously, if there's a chest, that troop might, if there's like the chest here, your troop might move to the left. So keep that in mind. But it's a very cool interaction I noticed. All right. So I talked about the chest, but we also have gold mines, right? We have 2 gold mines, and they are placed here on the high ground. So it's, again, really important to control the high ground here, the middle lane. Right, the top middle lane. So what you want to do actually is you want to play your miner. You see how the opponent here played the miner on his right side, or on his left side. For us, it would have been here, right? We want to play the miner here because once we click on the arrow, we can send our miner then there to get both gold mines. So if you control the middle, you're going to get such a huge gold advantage, which makes this map very, very interesting to me right now. All right, so right now we only have the arrow turrets. We're going to get some new turrets soon. We're going to have to see how this affects the meta, but we have a lot of good changes. I think this map is very, very cool. Please, guys, tell me what you guys think about this map. This is by far my favorite. I love snow, by the way. I'm Canadian. So yeah, this is for sure my favorite map right now. I'm still figuring out what's good. That's like another question I have is unbound lists. Are unbound lists worse or better? Because we have much more space, right? So does that make it better or worse for unbounds? For me, I think the unbound decks such as Maveless have been worse, but it's very, very hard to say. And all range troops just got buffed hard with this map, in my opinion. So range troops, air troops are really, really good. The Ram Black Hands list are just crazy right now. Yeah, I've been told that Tyrion Footmen is not as good as they used to be. But when I played, I was actually able to push a little bit. The season is still young, so we'll have to see how the meta stabilizes. So yeah, guys, I think this is gonna be it. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Please tell me if that's the type of content you guys enjoy to see. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care. Bye, guys.